Hi everyone, I am Samir Ranjan Sahu and welcome to my channel Research Techniques, where you will get to know all the whats and hows of research. So today we will be looking into paper publishing. Okay, so what things we should consider, where questions like where to publish, how to find suitable journals, what to look for while selecting a journal, and how to approach for publishing, all these we will discuss today. So we will go by step. First is, you already have a paper, you have written everything, abstract, your introduction, and how to write. If you want to know how to write, you can refer to my previous videos. I will share the link in the comment box. Okay, so the first question arises is where to publish or how to find suitable journals. Okay, and next is what to look for while selecting a journal. Okay, so these two we will do it side by side. Okay, and the last question which one might come up with is how to approach for publishing. Okay, or what steps to be taken for publishing your papers. So the answer to the first question, how to find suitable journals, is given by the Clarivate master journal list. Okay, so let's go to this one. Just Google search Clarivate master journal list. Okay, this is the link. Now already have a manuscript. Okay, they are directly asking find journals where your research is most likely to be accepted based on analysis of tens of millions of citations connections in Web of Science collection. Okay, so let's see, I already have a published paper. Now let's see what or where else it could have been published. Okay, so this is my paper. Okay, the first thing you have to do is match manuscript. Okay, and as soon as you click on it, it will ask you for login ID. If you don't have ID, you can create. In my previous videos I have shown. Okay, this is the same ID you will be using, you have created or you would create for Publons. Okay, same thing, at the same ID will be used here. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Now it asks me about the title. Okay, so let's copy this title. Okay, next is the abstract. Okay, the abstract, and find journals. So wait for the magic to happen. Now see, as soon as I clicked on the find journals, this has given me a list of around 42 journals. Okay, 42 journals, out of which the first one is the one with the maximum score. Okay, this score is nothing but, see, if you can let me zoom it. Okay, yeah, match score to journal and to specific keywords in your manuscript. Okay, so whatever they have this journal is publishing or they have published. Okay, out of those they have matched maximum search keywords to what keywords you have used. Okay, you have used, and accordingly the match comes to out 0.35, 35% of match. Okay, now there is one more thing you can add here, journal citation reports. They have not included the 2020 reports. If I include, okay, let's see, is there any change? Okay, out of 42 now there are only 40. Okay, so if you want you can keep this, otherwise it is not required. It is up to you. Sorry. Now we have completed the first part, where to publish or how to find suitable journals, and through Clarivate master journal list, we will be able to know that. See here, moreover, if you see open access, these are open access. Okay, so you see earlier in my videos when I told you the benefits of using Publons, you can directly see it. Actually, it is all under Clarivate. Okay, Publons, Web of Science, master journalist, everything is under Publon. Everything is under Clarivate. Okay, so having an account in Clarivate will give you lots and lots of benefits, and this is one of them. Okay, now let's move on to the next part, what to look for while selecting a journal. Okay, so before you go for selecting a journal, just on the basis of math score you can take it, but this is a gamble that we have to take. Okay, now according to Clarivate analysis, my paper, which actually I have already published, at that time I didn't know, okay, that Clarivate was such a powerful tool. Now according to Clarivate analysis, this paper is most likely to get accepted in Journal of Fluid Mechanics, Applied Fluid Mechanics. Okay, but suppose you have submitted the paper and the editor tells you that we have published a lot of work, a lot of papers regarding to this field, so we cannot publish. Okay, in that case there are two things. One is you can directly go on to some other paper or the other journals, okay, like Applied Thermal Engineering, Energies, whatever, or sometimes the editor also tells you that you can refer or you can use you can prefer another journal, okay, another journal, and the name will be given by the editor only. So you can go either way. Okay, so that is a gamble that we have to take. Next, what to look for while selecting a journal. Now I have lot of these options. Okay, I don't know whether the editor will reject my paper, okay, not on the basis of work but on the basis of work saturation, publishing. Okay, now what we can do is, suppose I want to select this one, Journal of Applied Fluid Mechanics, I will view its profile. Okay, now here I am able to see details regarding this. Okay, so the first is site score. How to know the site score? Yeah, simple, publisher website or journal website. Okay, simply go to the journal website. Okay, just a second, wait a second, this is wait a second, okay, yeah, visit site, Journal of Applied Fluid Mechanics. Yeah, so I came here. Okay, home, let's see whether they have their site score or not. I don't think I'm able to find it here. Let's see, let's take my another paper. And see where it's going to return to search and new search. Okay, match manuscript, title. I think the result will be most probably be the same, because both of them are part of one work. Okay, I think I got something different. Now it is Applied Thermal Engineering. Okay, now let's view its profile, visit site. Yeah, now see, I am getting site score as well as impact factor. Okay, these are the two things that first two things we need to know. Okay, and another one is indexing. Indexing you can directly see it from here only. See, it is SCI expanded. Okay, in my future videos I will tell you more about what is SCI expanded. Okay, but you can understand one thing, both of them are the same. Instead you can say SCI, you can say the indexing SCI. Okay, it's a book, you can assume it's a book. Okay, so there is a limitation that you can put only 10, 20 or 100 papers in that book. Okay, but the expanded part means now they have put it on cloud. Okay, put it online storage. So when earlier, when it was in the form of book, it was limited to suppose 1 GB, 2 GB, but now when they have uploaded it online, okay, the expanded part, now they have the storage amount has increased, you can say, to about 10 GB, 15 GB, whatever. This is the basic idea. Okay, you can understand. Okay, this is the basic difference, you can say, between SCI and SCI expanded, but both are considered as same. Okay, now yeah, so you can see one more thing. As soon as I searched, it is showing me that this is SCI paper. Okay, all of them are SCI. If someone is if some papers are Scopus, it will show me. Now next we have to see this site score and impact factor. Now the site score, see, let's zoom in. Site score. Okay, site score, you can see it is the average citations received per peer reviewed document published in this title. Okay, that means you can say whatever papers are published in this journal, okay, related to your topic, how many times that has been cited by other people. Okay, only this one. Okay, this is the site score. Site score in the sense the applied thermal engineering, how many times applied thermal engineering has been used by other researchers to cite their work related to your whatever paper, your whatever work you are doing. Okay, but see, you can see here articles, reviews, conference papers, data papers, anything. Okay, now next comes is the impact factor. Okay, now impact factor means it is per year. Okay, so see here, it is done by Clarivate Analytics 2020 recently. So recently the impact factor has been about 4.725. that means on an average of 4.7 number of citations this paper receives. Okay, this journal receives in a particular year. Okay, so these two things it is best to see. Okay, simple, you can say higher the impact factor means it is good. Okay, some papers also go on to have around 8, 9. I think this energy, let me see, well, I think this energy paper has around 7, 8. I think energy is wait a second, energy, okay, this is different energy. There is another energy which I was talking about, energy Elsevier. Okay, sorry, it is energies, my mistake. This is only energy. So energy, you can see it has a site score of 9.9 and an impact factor of 6. Okay, so see how powerful these tools are. Okay, I think I have one more, might be this one. Okay, not this one. Okay, review Elsevier. I forgot, wait a second. renewable energy sources review Elsevier. Sorry, it is renewable and sustainable energy reviews. Okay, so if you are writing a review paper, you must go for this particular journal. Why? Just see the site score and impact factor. So this only shows that how many researchers are searching for a review paper just to know what kind of work has been conducted. So take it in this way also. If you write a review paper, it's the chances of its getting cited is very much high. Okay, it is because when you are writing a review paper, you are combining around 200 or 300 at least works in just in one place. Okay, so anyone who goes to read it will get the information about all those papers. So writing a review paper, publishing it has a very high probability of getting citations. Okay, and if you are getting if you are publishing renewable and sustainable energy reviews, so see, you can already see what is the impact factor, site score. Okay, impact factor 12, it is not a small value. Okay, so we have seen where we can publish, how to search. Okay, how to search which journal is suitable to for us, how we can select, okay, on the basis of site score, impact factor. Okay, there is one more thing. Yeah, if we return back, see, suppose you have got this list. Okay, now still you want to recheck whether your work has been published, your type of work has been published here or not. You can simply go here and if possible you can search, okay, energy numerical simulation, just simulation. Let's see what comes in numerical simulation in here. Okay, I don't think it is coming. Wait a second, I think I might have searched it wrongly. Track your paper guides, view articles. Okay, simply go to view articles. Okay, and always go for latest issue. Okay, latest, and yeah, here you can search numerical simulation. Suppose now here you can see numerical simulations, whatever work based on numerical simulation, everything that has it is shown here, everything is shown here. Okay, so this is another way where you can know whether your kind of work is published here, what is the frequency. Okay, otherwise you can just directly get the information from here also. Okay, it is monthly, plus you can see here also find similar journals. Okay, you can find similar journals related to that. See, not you can see how many journals you are getting and how you can, how much options you are having, you can see. Okay, oh wait a second, I think I might have to search it one more time. Yeah, so after searching, see, this is coming. Now view profile page. If not this one, you can find similar journals. See, others, everything is here. You can find similar journals related to this. Still, if you can get some more information here. Okay, so here they are giving every details about the journal. Okay, you don't have to search anywhere else. Okay, so you can see how powerful tool this is and how you can get lots of benefit from it. Okay, now the first two parts have been completed: how to find suitable journals, what to look for in a journal. Now let's move on to how to approach for publishing or what steps to be taken. Okay, now see, this particular thing might be tricky. Okay, the thing is, if you are publishing on your own, okay, then it is not problem. But if your supervisors, your guide are telling that you have to refer to them before publishing, then you have to consult them, you have to convince them to apply or to submit your journal to at least to around 2 to 3 journals at a time with some modifications in each paper. Okay, means you can say same kind of work, some modifications in the results part. Okay, and you submit it to 3 journals: journal 1, journal 2, journal 3. Why? First, all those will have different editors. Okay, when they have different editors, they might have different response time, they will have different response time, and accordingly they will have a different publishing time. Okay, they will have a different publishing time. So suppose your work, if you say journal 1 was the first to give you response, okay, whether accepted or reject, different matter. Okay, if rejected, then no problem, you can you have 2 backups also. If all of those 3 are rejected, then again we will and if they are rejected, remember, if they are rejected, do ask kindly that what was the problem. Okay, editor will tell you. Okay, sometimes it is that I said that rejection on the basis of work saturation. Okay, publishing saturation. Okay, lots of this kind of work has been published in this particular journal, so we cannot publish it anymore, you can refer to some other journal. Okay, that is one. Otherwise there might be some problems like work is not up to the mark, or it is not suitable for this particular journal, something like that. So if you are getting any type of feedback, do take it positively and work or create your paper accordingly. Okay, and remember, sometimes even a simple work, if written beautifully, will create a lot of positive impact. Okay, it is all about your writing. Okay, if simple work with great writing will get at least you will get some response. Okay, so leaving that aside, coming back to the topic, we have 3 journals. Okay, whoever response is first, you can contact them and continue with that. Okay, if none of them are giving you response, leave it for around 3 to 4 months. Okay, and send a reminder to all of them. Okay, that you have submitted a paper. What is the status of that paper? Okay, and still if you are not getting any reply for about again some 2-3 months, it's better you retract from that particular case, you retract from that particular journal and again start the whole process. Okay, see, this is again a gamble, you can say. At each and every step you cannot guarantee that your work will guaranteed, it is not guaranteed that your work will be published only. Sometimes I have seen that even the reviewers have accepted the paper, the editor has rejected. Okay, the final authority is in the hand of the editor. Okay, so best of luck, and I think this might be useful, and if you have any doubt, do ask me in the comment section. And thanks for staying with me. We will meet you next week, and stay tuned for more Watson House of Research.